Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I pray all is well with you and your families. The other day I got this good little book. You know what I mean? It's the Bible. I tell you, it's amazing how we try to make it like one sin is greater than the other when actually sin is sin. I'm going to read a little bit to you on this morning. At first glance, the acts of the flesh in Galatians 5:19 through 21 seem to be a kind of expanded New Testament update of the 10 Commandments. Example, 15 sins to avoid. But this message is more than a spiritual list of don'ts. Sin is deep and complicated. If we look closely at this sin list and others like it, Romans 1:26 through 31, 1 Corinthians 6:9 through 10, it's clear that sin involves more than wrong behaviors. Notice the mix of wrong actions and attitudes. Experience shows us this too. Our outer conduct is always prompted by inner convictions. In short, we pursue whatever things our hearts tell us will bring us life and happiness. This is why Jesus insisted in Luke 6:45 that sin is first and foremost a heart issue. Unless and until a person's heart is touched and transformed by Christ, all the lists and laws in the world, whether religious or civil, are powerless to keep us from sin. My God. Unless and until a person's heart is touched and transformed by Jesus, all the lists and laws in the world, whether religious or civil, are powerless to keep us from sin. It's just amazing. We want to sit up here and be all religious and but this tells us that it doesn't matter. All that stuff y'all be talking about means absolutely nothing. Sin is wide ranging. Notice that the sins cited here range from private impurity to public rigorous behavior, and from easy to hide envy to out in the open rage. In other words, sin runs the gamut. It's varied. Like cancer, it can take different forms and wreak havoc anywhere. Sin is sometimes subtle, sometimes overt. Some sins cause scandals, others illicit yawns. Perhaps you've noticed the human tendency to rank sins. For example, being envious of my friend's new home might be wrong, but using a racial slur is much worse, and abusing a child is unlikably evil. Interestingly, the Bible suggests that God doesn't think like this. He doesn't rank sins because he is holy, perfect, and sinless. A person who commits even one sin is just as guilty as the person who breaks every law in the book, James 2:10. Sin is devastating. Paul's list is meant to serve as a cautionary tale. Think about the real-life consequences of succumbing to any one of these sins. A life marked by immorality or rage or envy or drunkenness. Where does such a life lead? Is that the kind of life you want? Notice the dire warning at the end of Galatians 5:21. Those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. In contrast to the undesirable acts of the flesh, Galatians 5:19, pray that God will produce in you the fruit of the Spirit, Galatians 22 through 23, 5:22 to 23. Now, works of sin's nature in Galatians 5:19, you got the sexual sins, sexual immorality, debauchery, sensual indulgence, impurity, sinful attitudes, idolatry, which is in Galatians 5:20. Witchcraft, sorcery, drunkenness, orgies, riddler's behavior. Jesus. Factions and divisions. Discord, hatred, jealousy, selfishness, fits of rage, envy, hatred, sinful behaviors. You can cross-reference these at Ephesians 4:25 through 31, Colossians 3:5 and 7, 2 Timothy 1. 2 Timothy 3:1 through 17. Now, I just love when the Lord gives me Bible to go along with, when he allows me to release a word, like he allowed me to release a word on my podcast earlier about, you men of God who have the audacity to stand at the pulpit and sit up here and try to judge women who have more than one baby daddy when you sitting up here with more than one baby mama. Right here lets us know that sin is sin. Right here it lets us know that sexual immorality is sin. Right here it lets us know that orgies is sin. Right here it lets us know that witchcraft and sorcery is sin. Right here it lets us know that idolatry is sin. What it lets us know, discord is sin, hatred is sin, fits of rage is sin, selfish ambition is sin, envy is sin, jealousy is sin. Sin. So while you standing there at the pulpit with your selfish ambition, you're sinning. While you're standing there at the pulpit with your fit of rage, you're sinning. While you're sitting there spewing out witchcraft and sorcery from your pulpit, you're sinning. While you're having all these all these different gatherings, these orgies, it's sin. So, you men want to dog women, but then you want women to bow down to you. You want women to respect you. I just tell you the truth. I miss my son Sid. I do. He was 3 months old on this picture, just a baby. Because God blesses us to give birth to babies. He was breastfed. God blessed me to breastfeed this baby, give birth to this baby, carry that baby in my womb for 9 months. Yeah, that's what the Lord did for me. That was my firstborn. The Lord has blessed many women and men with children. So when a man think that he can disrespect women who have had children, knowing his mother gave birth to him, God not pleased with that. And then you call yourself being a man of God, and God has given you a position of leadership, and you sit up here and talk down to the women in your congregation, knowing there's more women in the church than men. The fact that I don't go to none of y'all churches, this is an open rebuke. Make no mistake about it. For all you men, it's an open rebuke. And the Lord is backing me up, and so is all of heaven. Because as you can see, sin is sin. So for you men out there, you married men that are committing adultery and having babies on the side. Yeah, it's many of you out there. Just because people, y'all pay women to keep their mouth shut. Let's make this thing very plain. Y'all pay women to keep their mouth shut. Y'all pay women and send them away. Like, ain't nobody stupid. So let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you something. Men, watch your mouth. At the end of the day, like, oh my God, your fits of rage, men of God, when y'all get mad at a woman. And I've noticed, and this is the whole truth, many of you men try to bash women from the pulpit, yet y'all got babies and things, and y'all try to bash women. But what I've come to find out is, it's because some of you men actually like men more than you like women. You're gay. You stick your thing in anything. You don't care. As long as it's the rear end, you'll stick it in a man or a woman. Let's make it plain. You're undercover. The Spirit of God shows us things. I tell you the truth. I wish he would allow me to call y'all by name, but he ain't gonna let me humiliate you all like that. But you know that you're sinning. You know that you're sleeping with men and you're sleeping with women. But you have the audacity to try to dog women. But you sit up here sleeping with men and women. I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And it's many of you men in the pulpit. So, I mean, I just got to be real. Y'all just need to watch your mouth when it comes to, rising up against women. See, because from the beginning of time, men have been trying to blame women for their sin. I mean, look, Adam tried to blame Eve because he took a bite of the fruit when God specifically told him not to. But yet, she told him to do it and he did it, and then he gonna try to blame her. No, because all you had to do was tell the woman no. So stop trying to blame women for your foolish mistakes because you did what you did, because you wanted to do it. You made the choice. It's not the woman's fault. She didn't put a gun to your head. She didn't even put a gun to your head and make you sleep with her. Many of you men, y'all want to run around, stick y'all thing in anything. Many of y'all pay for prostitutes. Y'all pay for call girls. Y'all make appointments with call girls, but then got the audacity to use that same mouth and talk bad about women, but yet y'all paid for it. Y'all make appointments weekly to pay for it. Y'all claim y'all going to dinner meetings and y'all claim y'all going out to lunch when y'all going to get a massage and get sexed up by a prostitute. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all know this real. Don't come for me. Go to God because y'all know it's the truth. Y'all stop disrespecting God's women. He has blessed us to have children. God, he even blessed your baby mamas to have your child. I feel sorry for your baby mama.